that gal's ever written.
3 to go.
Hello. Hello. I forgot to turn this light on. Hello, everyone. It's me. I'm alive. Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody is doing well. I want to make a little bit of a life update announcement before I jump into this stream. I am, for the first time in my life since I was 16, unemployed. It was my choice. I had to make a very hard decision after trying to be very patient for a long, long time. And finally decided to make the decision that I knew was best, which was to step away from the bad situation that I was in, with the job that I was at. So, that being said, I'm not hesitating to look for new jobs. I'm not hesitating or anything like that. But in the interim, when I don't have one, I may be able to stream more frequently again. So, that's kind of my life update. It's not earth-shattering or anything, but it is a change. And I don't know what it's going to mean for me in the long term, but for the right now, I'm just going to do my best with what I have, and I do feel at peace with my decision, so I don't regret stepping away, but that's the life update. So, hi Christy, hi Spartan, hi Moocher, thank you so much for subscribing for 97 months. Number one, I can't believe I've been an affiliate for 97 months, but also it's crazy that you have been subbed to me for 97 months. 3 to go and it'll be 100. That's crazy to think about. Hi Disney. And hi Ray, how are you? Full-time streaming, let's go. 40 hours a week streaming, let's go. What is this? Oh yeah, that's that weird global emote. You know we'll always be here for you, V. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. It's crazy to think about how since I.
Woo! That don't beat all. I've read every single book that gal's ever written.
Happy Tuesday. I'm sorry to hear about your recent situation, but know that we are all here for you and support you, and you're gonna kick today's butt v budka hug.
Thank you so much, Coley, for the resub. 46 months is amazing. Thank you so much for your support as well. It's crazy to think how I've been streaming for over 9 years, and a lot of life has happened in those 9 years, and changes have come and gone, but the community, a lot of you I've known for...
If that don't beat all. I've read every single book that gal's ever written.
Holy crap! Thank you so much, Tara, for subbing for 86 months. That's incredible. Thank you so much, and hello to you. Coming down in November, if you have time, we should grab lunch. Let me know. I don't know what I'll be up to by then. Hopefully I'll be employed by then. But yeah, just let me know. I'd be happy to try to make some time to meet up. Popping in because I can't stay, have class, then work till 7. I completely understand. I hope you have a good day. Thank you for popping in. But yeah, so in the interim, while I'm looking for a new situation, I'm gonna do what I can to stream more frequently and maybe a little bit longer than I typically would, just because might as well. I like streaming. I like hanging out with you guys. I like making progress in games. So this seems like maybe I believe it's all happening the way it should. And so maybe I just needed this period of time to like rest a little bit and to be able to recharge and like reset, you know, emotionally and mentally and professionally. So we'll see what happens next. I'm open. I'm hopeful. Again, I don't regret leaving my job. I'm sad about it, and I'm sad for my coworkers, because I certainly did not make that decision in order to make anything harder on them. But I know at the end of the day that I did what was best. So I'm just gonna move forward with my life. A Day to Remember. Yeah, they're coming in November. That's right. Their Homesick album. I knew backwards and forwards when I was in high school. DM me later. I might have a friend who can help you with work. Okay. I do have a couple leads already that I am going to follow through on, but of course they may not pan out, and that's okay. So yes, I'll try to remember to DM you. If I don't and you think about it again, please feel free to reach out to me. My brain's been really full the last couple days, I'm sure you can imagine. So okay, well, with all of that out of the way, let's jump in to me not remembering anything at all. So Christy, since you're here, I'm glad you're here. I may rely on you for help, but I'll let you know if I need that help. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I don't know why it didn't play the little audio, but thank you so much for 100 bits. I really appreciate you. So how do you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? It got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances. What I hear is more time to book streams, and you have plenty of time to visit Denmark. Yes, but maybe not the Whoa! How'd you? Nice! You know what's funny? I realized this. Disney, if you're still here, you'll think this is funny. That GIF that I have of 17 for some of my resubs or whatever. Well, number one, let me thank you so much for resubbing for 23 months, Puffy. But that GIF that I selected from 17, I think it's funny because I didn't do this on purpose, but right in the front and center of that part of the song is DK. So of course, it just worked out, you know? Okay. I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. All we know is what Old Man Kudo saw. The apron straps and the ribbon. Right, not on purpose. It's true. And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. So I'm wondering if whatever was coming through his earpiece is what ruptured his eardrum. Talk about a terrifying case of contradictionitis. Wow. Thank you so much for the hype train, by the way. Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh? Yeah. We've got to find one for Maggie or she's gonna have a terminal case of guilty. Well, I'm officially at a loss as to where to start. Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first. I guess we should try to put Mr. Kudo's testimony to some sort of use. Yeah, that's true. And we need to figure out the identity of the waitress and who the victim really was. Somehow I think the key to this case has got to be at Tribulations. Sorry, excuse me. Well then, let's go back there and check it out again. Oh, and we should drop in on Maggie and see how she's doing too. Sorry, I have hiccups now apparently. So anything on your mind? Actually, there is something. I was wondering about Zen Yop. You know, like what he's like and stuff? Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about that guy. Is that my weird, doppelganger? I'd just let Maggie get called guilty. I oughta beat you so hard it'll feel like yous was smooching the express train. He looks more like Wolverine than Phoenix to me. You know what I mean? Phoenix Wright. You saying use Phoenix Wright? 'Cause I'm Phoenix Wright, the one and only. Actually, I've learned a little something about my doppelganger. Huh? You did? What'd you find out? Oh yeah, Maya was working at the restaurant when I ran into Don. Phonione? Phonione? Is that what that's supposed to say? Let's just say he was such a terrible version of me that I wanted to sue for defamation. What's that guy's story anyway? What does he have to gain by impersonating me? Have I asked Maya about all of these things? I don't know. New ear otolaryngological clinic. Gosh. I guess if your eardrum was ruptured, you couldn't listen to the radio, huh? Yeah, it'd be pretty pointless to wear an earpiece of any kind. The medication in the bag is missing too, right? The mysterious vanishing medication, much like our mysterious other person. He sounds like he's a mobster from Jersey. Wild! Yeah. I can't believe they found this in Maggie's pocket. Yeah, but she was passed out, right? So the killer could have easily planted it on her. Where do you even get a hold of something like this? It's not like you can go down to your local Costco and buy it in bulk for $5 a pound. She's got a point. How the killer got a hold of this poison is pretty important. It's almost surreal that this artsy apron is what got us this far. Well, as art goes, this piece definitely leaves an impression. I guess that means the old guy never saw the front of it, huh? Which means he didn't see the waitress's face either. Maybe I should try the lottery sometime too. Sure, why not? If you hit the jackpot, you could win $500,000. So, what are you waiting for, Nick? Buy one. No way. Don't you know the lottery is a tax on people who are bad at math? Blah, fine then. At least I can add to the newly reclaimed paths to wealth. I'll have to call Pearly later and have her add buy lottery tickets whenever possible. Hype chest? What did I get? Chill girl emote! That's the cup the poison was in, isn't it? Yeah, and the stain on the rim shows that the victim used his right hand to pick it up. But the old man swore he saw the victim pick it up with his left hand. If Mr. Kudo wasn't mistaken, then what could account for this contradiction? It wasn't his cup, maybe? Do you know anything about this, Maya? Okay. I'm just making sure that she said everything that I need to know. A letter of apology from the old man. Ah, how sweet. Actually, it's his testimony, if you can call it that. So, what's it say? I broke the vase at my seat, I'm sorry? I used to break things all the time when I was little, you know. And I used to have to write apologies all the time, too. Well, Pearls and Adrian seem to have picked up where you left off. A loan of $500,000? I wonder what Mr. Armstrong did to get into that much debt. I'm gonna guess he spent money needlessly. You'd better watch your spending, too. Hey, I've got a great idea. What if Mr. Armstrong charged $20,000 for the twin tea set? If you hit people with that kind of bill, Maya, they will hit you back. That thing must have been in an accident. It's a total wreck. That's what the guy I met at the park was writing. What are you trying to do, Moocher? And I can try to remind you what the command is. That's what the guy I met at the park was writing, and I'm betting he's the fake me. Gwar! 'Cause I'm Phoenix Wright, the one and only. His voice is still ringing in my ears. Introduce me next time, Nick. I want to meet Zingyop too. Hello, it is I, Mrs. Wall. Hello, Mrs. Wall. I don't know this joke, but I will indulge. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh! Wow, thank you. I accidentally married my wall and date everything. Oh, I see. I don't know how you accidentally marry somebody, but, you know, I hope you live a very happy life. Be safe, Disney. I spoke to him in Wall, and I didn't know what I was saying. Oh, I see. Looks like Gumshoe's not here. Never mind that. What's going on? It feels different in here somehow. You think? Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge. What are you doing? Is it Gumshoe? Call in the officers for the briefing quick. Can't you shut down the station server? Chief, quit playing on the internet.
But my email pen pal, 1337 AZN Princess.
Asian, I get it. Asian princess. Save it for later. I'm turning it off now.
Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh?
Keeping busy, more like panicking if you ask me. Something's going on. Something big. I don't know if any of this is important.
Hey, that's the police mascot, isn't it? It's so cute.
That's the blue badger. It was my idea. I made it, and now it's something I skipped it too early. So what's with the pink one? It's new, right?
She's not an it, Nick. She's a she. Right, Chief?
Yep. Meet the pink badger.
So one's called Blue, and the other's called Pink. But they're both called Badger?
You got it. They're married.
Mr. and Mrs. Badger seem to be cuffed together, Chief.
You got it. That's a marriage for you. HS and her wall. Whoa, a mascot that's deeper than the deepest of deep oceans. A poster of a female police officer. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar, my bad. Not the Babes in Uniform! I guess Maggie's still in questioning.
But we've got questions to ask her too. Maggie! Maggie!
Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know? Where is everybody? Hello! Hi, Diamond. Smile, you're on candid camera. So, like, where am I supposed to go? I guess très bien. Empty as usual. Where is everybody? Yeah, and it's lunchtime, too. Diamond was one of my witnesses when I married the wall. Witnesses are important to make it a legally binding agreement. I don't know who this is that's talking, so I don't know what voice to use. That's it. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, that sounds like... Oh, okay. Now just call an 8, pal. Come on. I know you can. He's getting really worked up about something. No, that's the wrong number. Ugh, looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a ripoff.
What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe?
Huh? Oh, it's you. I was just, I was just listening to the radio, pal. To the radio? Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here. He is, and he's having the twin tea set. What can I say? Why do you look so guilty, bro? Not a drywall in the place as they exchange their vows. Hey, that was a good one. That was a good one. This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal?
You really drove her into a corner, you know?
You always blow apart my testimony. Why of all days didn't you do it today? Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it for once. Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese? Would he have preferred crumbly like aged Parmesan? Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find. So, did Maggie say anything to you? About me, I mean? Well, how'd she put it again?
I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again.
Something like that? Oh! Poor Gummy.
Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean...
Why is this happening? He's banging his head against the wall, Nick. Oh, man. Poor Gumshoe. So, did you like the twin tea set? I've never paid that much money for a lunch before. I was so nervous my hands were shaking.
So, how did it taste?
Well, for 20 bucks, I guess I don't know how to describe it really. It was delicate. My excuse is that the sun was in my eyes when my wife walked to the altar. You know, tears of blinding. Yeah.
Delicate?
You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you?
What's the matter with him?
Looks like he's thinking. That's it. I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste, and I just realized it's bad. That's it. It tasted bad. Hello, Summer. I will be streaming for a while. I hope to go at least until like 4-ish. It's just kind of hard to admit to yourself when you paid 20 bucks for it, you know? Maybe he should have found out about the price after he had finished eating. Yeah, I don't know if you were in here right at the beginning of stream, HS, but quick life update for anybody who came in late. But I am, for the first time in my entire life, unemployed by my own choice. I quit without notice on Sunday night after being really patient for a very long time over things that were not acceptable. And after being told a little over a week ago that this would never happen again, the moment it happened again, I just dipped. And I don't regret that decision at all. I did feel bad for my coworkers, and that was where most of my tears came from, and the sadness in general of just kind of leaving a place that I did like to work at. But I can't stand aside and like pretend that poor behavior toward me and toward others is something that I'll stand around and accept for anymore. So I stepped away. So until I find a new thing, I will try to be streaming more frequently and for longer periods of time. She said she's ending early just to spite you. Yeah. Dang it. I quit without notice before. It's rough. Yeah, it was intimidating to do so, but I said what I needed to say, and I got it off my chest, and I turned in everything yesterday, and I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for the next chapter. So, anyway. Hey, Nick, maybe that's why Glenelg came here. Maybe he heard about the Super Fierce 20 set. If by fierce you mean fearsome, speaking of Glenelg, that reminds me. We still hardly know anything about the guy. Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here? So, what were you all excited about earlier? Huh? That's right, you said you were listening to the radio or something? Oh, that was nothing. I wasn't excited. Come on, Detective Gumshoe, you can tell little old me. What were you listening to? Nothing, really. It was just the, daily exercise show. Oh, no! What the? A psyche lock? This lunch special's lobster sure is great. You just said it was bad, dude. Then why are there tears in your eyes? Okay. I don't know if I have what I need for this, so let's just ask him about all the stuff. That's the sports paper the victim wrote something in, right? What is it? I know I've heard that name somewhere before. MC Bomber? Yeah, I heard it real recently, too. Wow, he actually seems to be thinking for once. I respect your decision. I quit one of my old jobs while on the job, and the boss's wife asked who's going to do the breakfast tomorrow, and the only answer I had was not me. This is after she complained for the whatever time, and I don't work for her. Yeah. It just got to the point where it was crossing into, like, verbal and emotional abuse, and I just can't stand by and let that be. It's no good. I can't remember. And he goes back to being the Gumshoe we all know and love. I wasn't at the trial myself, but I asked this one detective I know how your defense was. And what did he say? He started off by saying I'm at a complete loss for words. But he must have found some quick because he went on about how bad you were for about an hour. But he said you sucked so much it seemed like you were trying to get Maggie found guilty. It looked like I was trying to get Maggie found guilty. I haven't got anything to say about that, pal. Just take it away already, please. Spending $20 on this has got to be killing him inside. Hey, are you putting this up for sale, pal?
Hot dang, if that don't beat all. I've read every single book that gal's ever written.
Holy crap!
Guess you're gonna need this 6-month sub in the meantime.
Oh my gosh, HS, thank you so much for that. That was so generous. I really appreciate that. Wow. Thank you. I had to fire a friend because he thought he was higher up than he thought he was. Oof, that's rough. No! Why would you want a busted up scooter like this anyway?
Yeah, plus the seat's all covered in pigeon poop.
Who cares? If it runs, that's all that matters to me. My phony was riding this bike. Maybe if I head back to the park, it'll be there again. Welcome back. It's for $500,000, pal. That's some $500,000 bills. What was the in there for? Is there really that much money tied up in this case? I can't give you an answer on that, pal. Not without this case's file in front of me. But I'll tell you this. That Armstrong guy would have done anything for cash. He was desperate, you know? No, I don't. But I think I sort of get the picture. One-way ticket to happiness, huh? Glenn Elg died because of this ticket. Yeah, but it's still a one-way ticket to happiness, pal. And Maggie was found guilty of murder because of it, too. Looks like anything about Maggie is an instant conversation stopper. Yeah, he's got a real soft spot for it, and it obviously hurts when you hit it. That's the apron Maggie was wearing. Yeah, it still smells like her, too. Does this mean Maggie smells like ketchup? What do you think about this? Oh, okay, no. We never did find the contents of that bag. It was medicine for Mr. Elg's ruptured eardrum, right? Yeah, we found traces of it in his left ear canal. He must have used it while he was at Tribulations. We're sure of that much. Mr. Godot agreed to take this case just so we could face you, pal. He was working on a bunch more important cases, but he canceled them all. Huh? But then, why didn't Mr. Godot take this case when Maggie's first trial came up? Yeah, that is kinda odd. I mean, everyone thought the defense was Phoenix Wright. So why didn't he try to fight me then? Well, according to Mr. Godot, he knew the guy was a phony right away, so he didn't want to bother with the trial. He couldn't be bothered to tell the judge? Maggie's probably crying all alone right now, huh? Yeah, thanks to you. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Maya, don't touch poor Gumshoe's feelings like they're cups of cheap creme brulee. You're really crazy about Maggie, aren't you? No. I'm not. It's not that You don't have to hide it, Gumshoe. It's pretty obvious. Yeah, you're way too plain looking for Oh my gosh, Maya! Wow! That's so rude, bro! Plain looking? Gumshoe's a cutie, please! Keep those comments to yourself! I'd arrest you right now if you weren't so right. Oh my gosh! Maya, please! No! I love Gumshoe! Don't talk about my guy that way. Look in the mirror, Maya! Oh, snap! I don't think Maya is plain looking either, but that's so mean! Maya, go get accused of war crimes. This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place where he worked. What happens when he crashes, though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden? He wasn't literally a computer, Maya. Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim. Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday, too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun? Fun? I know. So have you paid a visit to where Mr. Elg worked yet? You might as well. His workplace? Where's that? A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc. or something like that. Sounds like a real stable company. This could be... How do you know that... Wait. I'm confused. Sounds like a real stable company because it's called Blue Screens Inc. This could be fun, Nick. Let's go. Computers aren't really my thing, Maya. We'll be fine. I know all about that high-tech stuff. I wonder about that. It's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look. A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc., huh? I know I look a little rough around the edges, but the truth is I'm a lot more detective-like than I used to be. Really? Like what part? Like the color of my coat? Ah, you're right. Yeah, but what about it? What about what's inside the coat? You know, in all my years, I've never seen a witness who was that confused before. Yeah, you looked pretty confused by his testimony. Nothing against old guys, I like him and all, but he sounded like he was pretty sure about what he saw. Yeah, that's the impression I got too. Me three. But then, why doesn't even a single part of his testimony corroborate any of the facts? You know what that chef said to me? Oh la la, your body is full of toxins. And then he gave me this bottle. What's in it? I don't know. The label says juniper. But I'll tell you what, this stuff looked like a charm. I slept like a rock last night. Oh, really? That's nice. Okay. I'm gonna save and then try maybe to unlock this Psyche lock. I really don't know if I have what I need, but we'll see. Alright, Detective Gumshoe, just tell me the truth. What were you listening to? No way, pal. Now that you're made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you. We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making when you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to sports. Perhaps. Well, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, that's it, pal. You got me. You sure are something. Okay, that was not it. Oops. That's it. Come on, come on, come on. Just call an 8, pal. Call an 8. Maybe I don't have. Oh, the lottery ticket. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you'd try to win big, just like Glen Elg did. It's like you can see right through me. Huh? I've cracked him already? See, pal, that's why I said it was nothing. I'm usually pretty lucky, so I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that, my friend. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit, by the way. If I'm turning the game up too loud, please let me know. I just want the music to be heard. I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try. What's with everyone in the lottery? So, how did it go? I won 50 cents. It'd be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad. Yeah, I know the feeling. I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elg, see? And they've got this special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on the air. It's intense, pal. I bet that's what Mr. Elg was listening to on the day he was killed. Yeah, what time is it now? It's just after 1:30. And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time? Yeah. Look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket. Millionaire radio flyer added to the court record. Millionaire radio. That sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick. And buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. Apparently everyone's listening to this show now. That's because everyone wants money. They say that the victim, Glenelg, was really into gambling. Yep, you can't beat gambling. I love it too. I won $500 last night playing cards with Nick. Huh? We were playing for money? Of course! So you'd better pay up. You're a smart one. Waiting for a cop to be present before asking for the cash. Okay, I don't actually know if there's anything I need to do in here. Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone. Oh. I'll be back next month. Oui, naturellement. I'll be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. No, I will have everything ready, I promise. I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles. No, 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 stop it, I beg you. Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you. Mais non, this is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle. Talk to anyone and I'll drive a knife right through your heart. Oh no, you do not have to worry. You know you worry far too much. And maybe this will help you relax. It is the oil of sandalwood. I do love raw meat from time to time. Who is this girl? I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye for now. Ugh, I have less shivers. I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become the nervous wreck. There. Oh, oui, oui. That feels good. Ugh. Oh la la. Excusez-moi, monsieur. My eyes, my eyes. Is your eyes? If you have trouble with your eyes, you need this. The oil of sandalwood. Isn't that just the leftovers of what you were just using? You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong? No, you are right, monsieur. But perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, non? That way, I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you la dish supreme. Putting on a brave face, huh? That's what girls do, Nick. But you are right. Business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem? People do not understand it. They think it is tray. I just want people to think that my restaurant was exclusive. But they think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays. Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry. Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya? I'm not convinced. I think that's part of the mystery. But this is a restaurant. This restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I will defend it to la finale. No one will take it from me. So, who was that woman you were just talking to? Oh la la, you saw that? Well, yes, sorry. So, who was she? She looked so polite and graceful. Polite? Graceful? She likes raw meat and fires, right? I'll be back next month. Oui, naturellement. I'll be waiting for you. If you haven't... Why are we doing... We just saw this. Why do we have to watch it again? If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. No, I will have everything ready, I promise. Now that I think about it... Hey, Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having. You think so? Well, then let's show him that piece of evidence and see what happens. Okay. We shall show him lots of evidence. Real quick, though, I'm going to take a very fast break and just run to the bathroom real fast. Be right back. There's a little puppy right there that I had to give a bath this morning. She was stanky. Let's see. Disney, make your move on the handsome woman. Aunt Cass doesn't need to know. I'm probably too plain. Don't talk yourselves down. Too plain for her, but not Aunt Cass. Just brag to this handsome woman about how much you lift, bro. Thank you. Thank you for the welcome back. Okay. Let's show him all the things. This is the paper the victim brought with him. MC Bomber? Oui. Does that mean something to you? Non, I only speak French, mademoiselle. But we found it behind your magazine rack. Oh, how naughty I am. I haven't cleaned for such a long time. Okay, nothing here. Oh la la, so you've eaten my lunch, oui? Tell me, monsieur, did you enjoy the lunch I prepared for you? It was a unique and wild mixture of flavors. That was the first time I ever had lobster, you know? Lobster? There was no lobster in my lunch. Huh? But it said lobster right on the menu. Mademoiselle Maya, please, you must read the menu more carefully. It says, a dish inspired by lobster and abalone fricassee with a balsamic vinaigrette. Oh, it's inspired, is it? Oui, inspired by these ingredients, but not perhaps made from them. Ne sais pas? Well, guess that's the way the cookie crumbles, Nick. The way the lunch tasted, it's probably 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. What is it? Is this your scooter? No, I saw it before in Vitamin Square, you see. Mon Dieu! Non! Take it away, do not show that to me! Talk about an allergic reaction. So long as that paper exists, I am but a delightful angel with labrocky wings. Thank you. An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it. Oui, they kept harassing me month after month. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them. Help them? With what? Mais bien sûr, if I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied. Please, what did you agree to help them with? Non, I cannot say. If I tell you that woman, she will slice me up. And eat me with la salad garnish. Ew, I hope he doesn't mean that he'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I'm gonna guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract, am I right? Ah! Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman. Ah, it is true. My vases are broken all the time. I bought a new one the next day after the incident. But they wouldn't let me put it on the table because of the investigation. About this. Felicitations. Mais que c'est... Que c'est... Que... C'est... C'est... Que... Que c'est... Que c'est... What? Je no comprehend. Nick, don't just make something up. Okay, this is... If only I had taken the right lottery ticket. I would not have any debts right now. I would be free. Look on the bright side, Mr. Armstrong. You won $1, right? A lack of remorse for having stolen something priceless. Okay, nothing to say here. Don't speak in another language you don't know unless you're willing to marry this person. Personal experience over here. Oh, how it hurts me to see that poor girl's face. Maggie's? I heard she was superhumanly unhappy. Superhumanly? And if she hadn't come to work for me, she wouldn't have gotten into this mess. Huh? I'm missing something here, aren't I? Je suis désolée, Maggie. Forgive me. Ah, le dead man. Le first in my restaurant. No way! You mean the first customer you ever had? No. It was the first time I've had a dead man in my restaurant. Such a shame to lose a customer after only his first meal here. Ah, this old man. It is a regular here. My specialty of cappuccino and cold water is one of his favorites. Was he here at the time of the incident? Oui, it was here. I am sure of it. When the incident happened, the old man was here. It is hard to imagine, I know, but I was an apprentice for 5 years in La Gay Paris. Wow, in Paris? It was something le chef there said to me that made me decide to open my own restaurant. What was it? That awful man said to me, you must train for another 10 years. Oh, it was such a shock. So unexpected. But you would have to be a fool to do this, huh? So why isn't she in our, court record? The woman who was here earlier, I take it that she's, why has it come to this? What a tragedy. Suddenly I find myself so deep in the debt. It is a sign of the bad world we live in, huh? No, I'd say it's more of a sign of the bad culinary skills. The woman who was here, the scary woman, she's from the loan office. Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from? Oui. Tender lender, it is called. Catchy name. Just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money. Please, you must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10. $10? Sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya. Hey, I get a bit more than that, thank you very much. So tender lender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh? I wonder if they've got anything to do with this case. I am a weak woman. See? There's a chain, there is a, identity is being hidden here. And it's on purpose. And I think it's maybe because there's multiple debts or another crime or something. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me the money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I am like his slave. I have to do everything that he tells me. Who's this he? The tiger. I would bet you money. I'd bet you money that tiger person is our fake Phoenix Wright. The tiger? Oui, he is the manager of the tender lender. A terrifying man. The big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of the battered old scooter he rides, yes, I start to cry. A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter. Does this guy resemble me by any chance? Oh, no. This man is a present, a most formidable personality. Although, he does have the spiky hair just like you. There is a resemblance there, I suppose. Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all. Turning to betting now that she's unemployed, I know. If you want to visit a tender lender, it is just beyond Vitamin Square. Hey, Nick. If you need money, I can loan you some as long as it's less than $3. Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh? Okay. Weird that girl isn't in here, though. Okay. Well, I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. We got a big meeting starting in a bit. About Maggie's case, you mean? No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside. Okay, well, see you later then. Bye. It also degenerates. What does? You better get going, detective, or you'll be late. Actually, I kind of got a favor to ask. It's a big one. A favor? Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kind of hoping you'd give this to her for me. What is it? It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it. I've been real worried about her. She looked like she'd lost a lot of weight. Detective Gumshoe. How many weenies are in here? There's not a person on Earth who could down this much meat. Oh, I understand. You think? I love weenies. I can't get enough of their tender juiciness. So will you give it to her? It took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal. Can't exactly say no, can I? A tenderly handmade lunchbox fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies. Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry. Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie. Summer. He's finally gone. Okay. So, we have this blue screens to go to. We have this other place to go to. I'm gonna go to Vitamin Square first and look around and then also try to go into this other place. I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you? Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway, at least not for now. Besides, any more seeds today and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. Hey, check this out. I wouldn't get too close to that if I were you, otherwise you might be in for a shock. My phony must be lurking someplace nearby. Just imagine, a tiger loose in the city. Meanwhile, the real phoenix is like an abandoned chick lost in a vast urban jungle. Huh? Don't worry, someday you'll grow up and be a ferocious tiger too. Don't lose hope. Why is she trying to pep talk me into becoming my phony? Hey look, pigeons! Yeah, and heaps of them too. Did you know that pigeons are a symbol of peace? That's a dove, not a pigeon. Poor things. So they can't be symbols of peace and harmony just because they're gray? Is that it? You're overthinking this one by just a smidge, Maya. See, that would have been a good opportunity for a sarcastic use of a laugh track. That's the sound effect I should make, is like a canned mid-2000s sitcom laugh track. I dribbled a little bit. Oops. Looking at this orange reminds me of what? That you're supposed to eat a lot of them to ward off colds in the winter. You can't have fun during the holidays if you're sick in bed, you know? Speaking of fun, if we get Maggie acquitted, maybe we can all get together sometime. Okay, but what do we play with someone who's never even won a game of tic-tac-toe? How about we change the rules a bit then? We could play Old Maid and, we could say the person who's left with the Old Maid at the end is the winner. How's that? Not bad. Not bad at all. We could even rename the game to Fair Maiden. Maya does not know that chicks don't grow up into tigers. This place is so fruity. That's not a bad thing. Besides, I love apples. They're among my favorites. Then that apple slide is perfect for you. And what is so perfect about it? Oh, come on. Don't be a stick in the mud. Slide down it a few times. Go on. Woo! No way. I'd get covered in sand if I slid down that slide. Anyone can see that. Yeah, you're right. Otherwise, I'd give it a try too. Okay. Tender Lender. This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing. Welcome! Talk about a creepy voice. It makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. Oh.
You're here to discuss a loan?
No, not exactly.
The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please.
She's gone, just like that. I guess we'll just have to come back another time. But this is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick, let's take a look around, okay? Do you think it'd be okay? Of course, no one will ever know. Coffee? Ah! Hello, hello?
I'll leave it here for you to enjoy, quietly.
Yes, thank you.
Do not touch the desk, please.
I'm gonna save it and touch it anyway.
Nick, let's get out of here.
Now she wants to get out of here? We're gonna save, and we're gonna look around, and then we're gonna touch the desk. Examine!
What's this?
It's a punching bag.
What? No way, you wouldn't catch me walking around with a bag like that.
What do you mean, a walking around? The design's gross to start with, and it's way too heavy to be practical. And why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know messenger bags are in?
I knew it. I was right before. Back at Tribulations, Paris fashion is more my thing.
I really, really hope she's pulling my chain on this one.
Let's see. This round doll thing is called a Daruma, I think. I figured I'd read a book or two.
I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured, in case you're wondering. You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change?
I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always right himself. Go on, Nick. Give him a good shove.
Only if I feel like dying.
Now this yellow thing. This is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king. Not that I'm an expert or anything. I'm more of a reversey person, you know?
Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Oh.
Hey, there's a piece of paper sticking out from under here.
What is it? A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? $15,000 to replace a bumper and a light? That's insane.
The car's registered to the Cadaverinis?
Huh? So it's not even the Tiger's car? Why would someone else's repair bill be in the Tiger's office? Paid by Tigre. Okay, so there you go. To the Cadaverini family. He's a bold lady. She's told not to touch a desk. She saves first and goes against other people's wishes in case there's consequences. Yep. Win through compromise.
I wonder what that's supposed to mean.
It must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that.
Yeah, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me. That... Ah! That's Tender Lender's guiding principle. Oh? Compromise the customer to win. Oh, I see. How about you, Nick?
Yeah, well, as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. That's one slogan no business owner should ever explain to their customers. Ugh.
Hey, look at this Parisian-style coat. It's so chic.
Looks more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion.
Hey, look at this! This suit is the same color as the one you wear, Nick.
The same color as my suit.
Ah!
Keep your voice down, Maya.
Nick, you've got to take a look at this. Some cake. Ah! I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Just wait here quietly. Otherwise.
Lease Shady Loaning Agency? Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Liz.
Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said.
Yeah, sure.
I have my eye on you, only so I can take care of you, understand? I'm scared, Nick.
So? What were you getting so excited about before?
Look, I'm on the lapel of this suit.
That's an attorney's badge.
Is the tiger a lawyer?
No way, look at this thing. It's made of paper.
For some reason, your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick.
Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see one?
Oh no, someone dropped an ashtray on the floor. That's gonna be a nightmare to clean up.
Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything.
I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning up was such a pain. It was one of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal.
How did she manage to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy?
Oh hey, there's a book of matches here too.
Matches, huh? Places don't give those out much nowadays. Hey, wait a second.
What is it?
Look, what's printed on the cover? It says Tribulations. Tribulations. Okay, matches used for advertising found lying in Tender Lender. These matches could come in handy. We might be able to use them.
Yeah, the pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out.
Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. There's a CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud it's a wonder you can hear it.
The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into.
Have you finished the coffee? Ah! Yes, thanks. It was lovely.
So, you drink it all?
Did we just get poisoned?
If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup.
That coffee. It was laced with something. I'm almost sure of it. Nick, my stomach! It's killing me! Aw, frick!
Oh wait, maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast.
I sure hope so. We better take a look at that CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the... What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw the Tiger? It's a demo CD. The artist name has been handwritten on the disc and pin. MC Bomber. What? This must be the CD Maggie told us about. Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal. No way. That woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. Somebody's screaming. Come out from under the desk, Maya. What is you do snooping round in my office for? Nothing. We were just... Blah! My precious carpet, you've got ash on my rug. You's gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door. It wasn't us. It was... You's wanna argue with me? Is that what you doing? You think you could take me on? I'm gonna flatten yous two into pancakes and turn yous into my new rugs. Ah!
Oh, Don Tigre, you're back.
That voice, it's like evil seeping into your head through your ears.
I'm sorry, Don Tigre. I knocked over that ashtray earlier and...
Eek, she got a death wish or what? Oh, right. Huh? Forget about it, Violetta. It's nuttin'. What? I ain't gonna get mad at you. You too cute, you hear? That's so unfair.
Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan.
Grr! Phoenix, right? Yes? You's either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you's gotta come up and mess up my plan. So it was him. He's my phony. But I don't care. No one gets in my way. What? I mean, excuse me? You should have left the little girl at home, right? I have a few things I want to... No questions. This is the last time we meet. Wait, please.
That was pretty weak, Nick.
You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him. Like you're one to talk. I didn't hear you scream, hold it either.
The espresso.
Ah!
And cookies?
This woman is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was it the tiger called her? Violetta? Violetta. So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tender Lender.
The warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business, a conscientious rate of interest, and an attractive repayment policy.
Why do I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well?
We will tenderly lend you that little bit of extra here at Tender Lender.
Hey Nick, things are a bit tight for Wright & Co. at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters. Why don't you take out a loan? Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much.
Tender Lender is on your side.
So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then?
We'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee.
Right. I think I'd rather skip town.
Hey, just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well.
So, do you know about the incident we're investigating?
What incident?
Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident.
Let me see. I was here that day with the manager.
The manager being the tiger?
Furio Tigre.
Furio? Tigre? So that's where the tiger thing comes from.
Zinop's got a real name, Nick. Hurry up and find out more about him.
Hello? Does she have anything to tell me? I should have started at the back and moved forward. Nothing? Nothing. Okay. Maybe people? She wouldn't even tell me about Mr. Armstrong? Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigre?
Cookie? Sure. How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself.
Go ahead, Nick. The honor's all yours. No, ladies first, Maya. No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and this scary girl doing working together?
We are lovers.
That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice.
And I owe Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me.
The tiger saved you?
Please, address him properly as Don Tigre. Otherwise, I'll have to...
Okay. Don Tigre. Of course, I'm sorry. He saved her life. I'd sure like to know how that happened.
I'm very frail, you see. Just recently, I died once.
You died?
About 4 months ago.
Yeah, if I take this bandage off, my head will fall apart.
The doctors said to abandon all hope.
I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the River Styx.
But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything.
Everything?
When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy.
No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe.
I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso.
I still wonder about what's in her coffee. Your stream title is something I have never said and will say in my life. Get these crepes away from me. I love crepes. It's just a clever title because this crime was done in a French cafe. I was trying to be clever. Hi, CJ. Is that why you've got that bandage around your head?
This?
So what's the story with the bandage?
They put it on after the operation.
Operation?
It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury.
A fatal injury? Maya just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once. Ah! 4 locks! Oh, 4 locks is a lot. I love your voice acting. Thank you so much. I try. Let's get HS some gluten-free crepes. Yeah. Let's get some crepes for everyone. Gluten-free, not gluten-free. We should have crepes of all sorts. I don't think I have enough stuff. She really creeps me out, Nick. Same here, but we gotta find out the truth. I don't think I have what I need to unlock her. I think I need more. 4 locks, but she's been so helpful and open before this. Does she crepe you out? Yeah, a little.
Here he is. Old Seedy's back feeding the pigeons again.
There, take this, and get out of my park! Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya, just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can.
What? Why? Hello, old man.
What are you doing, Maya? Huh?
Hey, he just turned his back on us.
I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in court this morning.
Hey, Mr. Kudo.
Pigeon.
Look, we really need to talk to you, all right?
Out with the demons! In with good fortune!
Ow, ow, ow! Seeds, shell splinters, painful!
I always knew you were a demon, Maya. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today.
Everyone will be talking about me behind my back now. A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the serving girl's backside that he can't remember her face. A filthy, depraved animal.
Not at all.
Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw that waitress put it in. She put some white powder in the young lad's Javachino.
We hear you.
And another thing, the young layabout was wearing an earpiece on the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles.
We're really sorry.
So I made a little mistake about the vase. So what? I know what I saw. I'll tell you. I tell you.
Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo.
Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiky-haired brat. Take this.
You said you were a craftsman, right?
The modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves.
Surely it's not that.
I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the shoguns. You hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer, I was born one.
Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself.
I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole. Objection!
Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young? I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all.
I got a tsunami of frustration inside and it's ready to burst out.
If we let him start rambling now, we might just never shut him up. What should I do? I feel like we need to let him get it out. Guess I better let him talk. So there's not much call for craftsmen these days, then?
Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands.
Errands?
Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of 2-bit community handyman?
Well...
Buy some bread, now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Oh yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home, at that restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I?
I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute. What did he just say? At home? And at that restaurant? Hold up, by restaurant are you talking about Tribulations? Did you get asked to run an errand there too?
Yes, I did. The very day that young brat was poisoned.
What? So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do?
Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The serving girl collapsed. And I broke that vase. It all happened so fast I was in a bit of a daze, you see. Then the owner shouted over to me.
Excusez-moi, you call the police.
Call them yourself, I should have said back, but I didn't think of it at the time.
So did you end up calling the police?
Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze.
Did you call them on your cell phone?
Do I look like I'd have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course.
You went looking for one?
I couldn't find one right away, you know. Wandered around for 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes? So for 5 minutes after the incident happened?
Yes, sirree, the owner was at Tribulations on his own.
Why didn't you mention this in court this morning?
Well, I would have if you'd given me the chance. But you all bullied me out of the courtroom.
Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today.
Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh, yes, I remember something else.
Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame.
You could have at least told us before we got to court. Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police? What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious, which leaves that woman, I mean that man, alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant.
Oh, sure, you go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead,
We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie, and from Mr. Armstrong. I don't remember. Just covering all my bases. Sorry. Alright, nothing to say. Okay. I still need to go... to Blue Screens Inc. Kudo's voice kind of makes my voice scratchy. I just saw your message, HS. I'll expound more later, but the answer is no. It was something completely different. But I also understand that situation, too, and think it can definitely be a heavy situation to navigate, so. Okay. January 7th, Blue Screens, Inc.
Wow, this place is so high-tech. You can almost smell the electricity in the air.
It is a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know? Who are you? Oh. Okay.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry. Access is restricted to authorized personnel only. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked.
Wow, what secrets?
Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building.
Understood. Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked educational show.
My name is Lisa Basil. I'm the company director.
Director? She's human? She seems more like a ghost in a shell. Hey, that's like an anime reference, right? Ghost in the Shell? And that thing over her eye, isn't that the same device as Glen Elk's?
That's a DMH, right?
Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. It's an HMD.
All of my programmers here at Blue Screens Inc. are supplied with HMDs.
Then do you write programs too?
No, I just enjoy wearing this.
They are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one. So what exactly is this firm's business?
I will try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source-level components to them.
Huh? You lost me on the corner of analyze and management. It doesn't matter. They analyze stuff. You got that much, right?
The software we produce is distributed on CDs. CDs? Yes, compact disc, digital optical storage media.
Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music.
It is a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now?
I'm researching the impact of time-slicing common errors on logical lists explain global variables. Obviously, its influence, response time, and performance of coded variables and memory overhead are vitally important to the success of execution.
Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that?
Yeah. Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. You know about what happened, right, Miss Basil?
You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know. It's terrible.
Can you tell us anything that might be helpful?
I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier, too. But I couldn't tell him anything either because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screen's Inc. Oh.
How about Mr. Elg's desk? Have you cleared it out already?
No, not yet. It's this one right in front of you. If there's anything that might be useful to you, you are welcome to take it.
I guess there might be a clue here somewhere. I'm just gonna cover my bases. Okay, so... Wow, this takes a lot of time, if I don't... About Mr. Elg.
He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from 1 or 2 bugs in his personality.
Oh? Like what?
He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. That's what got him into trouble. What's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. So he really was no trouble at all. A model employee.
Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. We've got to find out what this trouble was exactly. Oh, it's so annoying that if I ask about something she has nothing to say that it takes freaking forever to get back. Being a loser what gets me into trouble too. Yeah. Same. Why on earth did they wait so long to look into the victim? Yeah, that's a fantastic question. How's my robot voice for this lady? By the way. They're like, wait, before he was dead, this guy probably had a life? Yeah. He did not just appear in the world in order to die that day. Very robotic. Cool. That's what I'm hoping for. Well, she has... Okay, wow. Thanks for being not helpful at all. About Mr. Elg. Was he in some kind of trouble? I'm sorry? Why would you think that? I thought you said something about it just now. You said he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Oh. 3! I guess Mr. Elg is like every other man with his own pile of secrets. Well, let's look around first. Wow, look at this mess. Looks like they're all betting tickets. What kind of betting tickets? For betting on which horse will win at a given race. They're horse racing tickets. Oh wow, his drawers are stuffed full of these. Looks like they're all losing ticket though. This many tickets would get you, what, $1 down at the recycling center? But I didn't know you were so hard up that you'd try to profit from the dead, Nick. I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya. This looks like camping stuff. Whoa, look at his desk, Nick. Wait a minute, what a mess. Looks pretty average to me. But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this. You think? Real whiz kids can work under any condition, you know? She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry then. Hey, this calendar. What about it? If this is another hint about tidying, you can forget it. Someone's marked December 3rd in red pen. December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elg was murdered. So it's literally been over 4 weeks. Is there anything else? Yeah, it says meet with the tiger. The tiger? He's really pounding that keyboard, isn't he? Wow, I bet that's where the pro and programmer comes from, huh? I guess I shouldn't be resting on my laurels. Gotta expand my skill set and all that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I could become old Seedy's apprentice. And what about your spirit medium training? These pillars almost look like they're moving. It's kind of unsettling. Whoops. Nah, they just look a bit twisted or warped or whatever word I'm looking for. This office was designed with a futuristic feel in mind. Futuristic? Yes, we tried to imagine what things might look like in the future when we designed it. It helps to soothe and calm the soul. On second thought, I agree with you, Nick. This place is really unsettling. Hey, look, Nick. It's a supercomputer. It looks like it's really smart and wise, doesn't it? Computers are only as smart as the humans who use them, Maya. That explains why we don't use the computer in our office. You work there too, Maya. Yeah, but at least I'm... Please, don't argue about something that's so trivial. Otherwise, the computer will laugh at you. She said she'd laugh at us, Nick. She's a human, Maya, not a computer. Couldn't fool me. At everything? Okay, I need help. I'm asking a little bit of help from those who may have played this before or don't mind looking up for spoilers. Do I have what I need, evidence-wise, to unlock the psyche locks of either this lady or Violetta? If I have what I need to do either of those, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. If not, then I will come back later. I want to go talk to Maggie. I wonder if she's free yet.
Oh, Mr. Wright.
Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you?
Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm gonna stay up all night and blog about everything that happened.
Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there.
Yeah, but you totally nailed the old man.
Well, he was all over the place with his testimony.
He's not the only one.
Huh? What do you mean?
Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident anyway.
Is it possible she is the one misremembering things? Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember?
Yep, there are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him.
But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup? I mean, it could have been Violetta. I'm pretty confident that it was Violetta. So you really think it was this disappearing man that did it?
Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know the CD with the writing on it?
Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right? It was MC Bomber, Maya. The name was scrawled on the sports paper as well.
They never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir.
Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too. Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me. You said that you passed out when the victim, Glenn Elg, collapsed, right?
Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir.
So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Tribulations.
No idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright?
The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture.
Chased out of the picture? What do you mean?
Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police. Exactly, and you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time.
No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you?
When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong is not involved in this at all.
It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier.
I don't know. The things that man says don't add up for me.
For some reason, sir. I'm trying to find it for you. I don't know a good way to search. If you look up, Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations, I'm in episode 3, part 3. I don't know if that helps kind of narrow down, like, what you're looking at. Oh, here's my evidence for some things. I'm gonna scroll through it kind of slowly here. And then my profiles are all of these people plus Lisa Basil. Thank you guys for the help. Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old CD. Alright, I feel like I have a lot to show Maya, or Maggie, so I'm literally just gonna start at the top.
That's the paper the victim had with him, isn't it?
That's what we think, madam.
I kind of remember him having a paper, actually. And I remember something about the MC Bomber, too.
It was written on the CD that disappeared as well, wasn't it?
I don't suppose it makes any difference if there was one CD or two, right?
I think you have everything you need for Basil's locks. Okay, thank you.
Just thinking about the trial that day gives me the creeps.
Was it that bad? Don't forget that was my phony, not me.
He was supposed to say, surely the defendant isn't the real criminal. But instead he shouted out, surely the defendant is the real criminal, by mistake.
Oh, ouch. Like I said, that was my phony, not me.
I don't want to think about it anymore.
Trust me, neither do I. The game's not too loud now that I've turned it up, right? Oh,
It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man.
he's not really that bad of an old man, though.
Still, I feel a bit uneasy.
Huh? I thought you said you felt much better. Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony.
Roger, I'll spill it all and see what you make of it.
Thank you.
That's the cup I took over to the table, sir. But I didn't put anything in it. I could never do something like that.
That's right, you could never do anything like that.
I'm not good at carrying these large trays, you know. Trying to balance a tray with one hand to put something in the coffee with the other, that'd just be asking for trouble. I'd drop something for sure.
I think you have everything for old head bandage as well, but maybe someone who knows can confirm. Okay, thank you. That's right. Is she expecting me to claim that she's too clumsy to have committed the crime?
Oh yeah, that's from when I was carrying a customer's breakfast over to them.
The ketchup splotch, you mean?
My whole face was fire engine red thanks to that stuff.
But you spilled the ketchup on your apron, didn't you? I don't see how...
The ketchup-covered omelet went flying and hit the customer in the face.
Oh, talk about a tomato red face. Makes me wish I could have seen it myself.
Yeah, I guess. It was kind of a sight to behold. Potassium cyanide? I'd never heard of that poison before in my life, sir. Okay, maybe I have. But I've never seen it before. That's the truth. I wouldn't even know where the nearest potassium cyanide dealer is in the first place.
Potassium cyanide dealers sounds like another group of drug pushers to avoid. In any case, this definitely isn't something you can pick up just anywhere.
Oh, curse my rotten luck. The criminal must have stuck the bottle in my apron while I was unconscious.
Yeah, and I think it was Mr. Armstrong, who I don't think is actually Mr. Armstrong. I think Mr. Armstrong is just some weird character that somebody has created to hide their crimes and sins.
I know I... Oh, blah, 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 blah.
Someone decided not to sleep long, so I gotta head out for now. Hopefully I'll be able to swing by again later. Okay, sounds good. I still plan to go for a couple more hours. Oh yeah, I've got something you're gonna love.
Really? What is it?
A lunchbox, just for you. Here.
Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies, too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright?
Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would have made such a nice lunchbox for you?
Detective Gumshoe?
He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this, too. Thank you for being here, Summer.
I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir.
Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that.
The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them.
Somehow when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier.
And anyway, I hate weenies.
Oh, really?
It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright.
But... She's right. It's better than letting it go to waste.
But...
I guess so.
Well, how was it?
That hit the spot. I love weenies.
Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir.
That was such a weird... Why was that important?
Ah, is that your attorney's badge?
Actually, it's a fake.
Holy smokes, that's it!
Maggie, just take Gumshoe's weenie. You know. Because you guys are such good pals and such.
Huh? That's the badge your phony had, Mr. Wright.
You got duped by this? But it's a completely different color. And what about the fact that it's made of paper?
He said the badge got a tan as well while he was in Hawaii on business.
I'm beginning to see how my phony was able to gain her trust. Because she's a little dumb.
No matter what happens, I never let things get me down.
You're always so positive, aren't you, Maggie?
Macho Maggie Bird, they say. The early bird catch... Okay, we've had this conversation before, haven't we? I'd never met or seen him before then. I just happened to be the waitress who served him his coffee, sir, that's all.
It seems he was a computer programmer.
Really? I'm useless with computers, completely helpless. I don't know any computer programs.
Did she mean programmers?
Back when I was an officer, detective... Okay, we've had this... Today I was the one who had to look out for him, trying to incriminate me the whole time.
You've got to remember, Maggie, Gumshoe's a detective. He's got a job to do.
My old boss. I thought at least he'd be on my side.
He is on your side. He'd do anything to help.
You can't fool me. I saw him in court today. I felt like a poor little baby woodpecker being pecked on the head by its own mother.
Gumshoe's testimony was pretty solid. No wonder it hurt her so much.
I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again.
Ouch, I think I just saw Gumshoe's chances go down in flames like the Hindenburg. Oh. I don't think it's getting through to her that he really was trying to help.
I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man.
He's not really that bad of an old man, though. I think we've had this... Yeah, we've had this conversation.
Mr. Armstrong was very good to me after I was fired from the force. I can't believe someone as nice as him could have anything to do with this.
Well, in the time between the victim being poisoned and the police being called, the only person who was on the scene and had a chance to do anything was Mr. Armstrong. There was no one else there. We don't know that, bro! We don't know that!
Mr. Armstrong wouldn't set me up, would he? Holy smokes, that's him! Huh? That's your phony, Mr. Wright! Just look at that ridiculous suntan!
For the record, I'm not sunburned like an over-dried tomato, so I don't know how.
He told me he'd been on a business trip to Hawaii, and that's where he got the tan.
I'm not hearing this. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you?
Actually, yes.
Oh, thank you for shouting out Coley.
The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite...
Doesn't quite what?
Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table. It's true that there was another customer in the restaurant.
Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo.
But I can't really say it was an old man.
Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man?
No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman.
A woman? Yeah, it was Violetta. I'm certain of it. I'm certain of it.
Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so.
So what did this woman look like?
She was sort of creepy. She had a kind of cackling laugh.
Creepy? Cackling? Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? Was it not her? Okay, whatever. Alright, did we go to the kitchen and talk to Armstrong some more? I think we should. Looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again. Dang it. But the place is open for business. You can't have an open restaurant without a chef. Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me. Only a couple of minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone. Missing when we need to talk to him the most. Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose. Is there anything new going on here? I think we've looked at all of this before. I feel like lace curtains over a stove is a stupid idea. Herm. Alright. Alright, here we go. We're gonna try. We're gonna save first. After I do this, I think I'm gonna take a small break and make myself a cup of tea, and then we'll keep going. I feel like just ideas at this cafe were stupid ideas. Very true. Alright, here we go. I always wondered why the waitress outfits were orange. Why aren't they pink to match the theming of the restaurant? I don't know. Oh, most ideas at this okay, I got you. So how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was in?
I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service?
What's she talking about? I guess I'd better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elg's troubles have something to do with this? Hi there. I like exercising my brain with them, so for sure. What is that? Oh, what is that? A lottery ticket. There were a ton of these on the victim's table at the scene of the crime.
And what is the relevance of that?
The victim, Mr. Glenn Elg, had a gambling habit, didn't he?
I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Everyone dreams of being rich. Even I listen to Millionaire Radio.
She's right. That is a bit weak on its own. But Mr. Elg's gambling wasn't restricted to the lottery, was it? We've got horse racing, betting tickets. Ow. I have a pimple coming up like right here on my face, and I keep like hitting it, and it's really tender. The lottery, horse racing. He bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps?
No! You are right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example. Do you understand?
Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any.
But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he, for $500,000?
Yes, but...
It's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it?
It's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the end, but that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that.
Deep trouble? What do you mean?
Mr. Elg's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. So it's either the calendar or... Okay. Mr. Elg met with someone on the day he was killed. He even made a note on this calendar about the meeting, meet with the tiger.
What is the relevance of that? Are you trying to suggest Glenn was meeting him to discuss his debt?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But I have never heard anything about this tiger before. Maybe he's not even human. Maybe he really is a tiger.
I'm no programmer, but does she really expect me to buy such messed up logic? In that case, I think it's time to introduce you to the tiger. Furio Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. This is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt.
No.
It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000? Ouch. But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. His talents? That's the CD. I suspect he was talking about programming. What computer program is worth $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance this? It's the DJ whatever. MC Bomber, yeah. This guy's gambling losses got nothing on Disney. This is a very delicate matter. Without the necessary data, there's really no way I can access the information. Okay, so that wasn't it? I know Mr. Eld created some sort of program. She can't deny it if I show her the program itself as evidence. I'm so close to cracking her. Was it not the CD? It says 100,000. What? Oh, I'm confused now. If I show her the program itself as evidence, would it not be the CD? I think you have to do one more thing before you can actually present the Bomber CD, which is right. My mistake. So I can't crack her yet. Is that what you're saying? I need to do some more investigating first. Ah! I just want to clarify that you mean I need to do, like, more. You gotta trigger something else. Okay, so then I'm just gonna leave this for now. Okay. Let's go... How about Bandage Head? Am I ready to go for Bandage Head? Oh, this pimple is hurty. Summer thought so. Okay, I'm gonna try then in a minute, but I am gonna take a quick break and go make myself a cup of tea. I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes or however long it takes me to boil that water. So, be right back. Don't go anywhere!
Please and thank you.
Hi. Did I hear, yeah, I was gonna say, did I just hear, wow, Ron Swanson? I have peppermint tea. Did you talk to the Gumshoe at the Criminal Affairs Department? You need to talk to him and show him some evidences and profiles. No, I have not. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the follow, Franziska von Karma. I hope you're doing well. In Germany or wherever you went back to, at least at the part of where I am in the series. Nice to see you, Franny! Please don't hit me with your whip. I grabbed this mug because I had to. Oh my god, the real Franzi! Would it be cool if you were in a Nancy Drew game? Yeah, it would be freaking awesome if I was in a Nancy Drew game. Life goal right there. Okay. So, I'm not gonna do the locks yet. I'm gonna go find, Gumshoe. Whoops, I didn't mean to go there. I wish you could travel to anywhere you wanted to travel to. Okay. The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet, too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. I too am a fan of the K-dramas, so I understand. Look at my... You can see my pimple getting worse, like, through the course of the... I even, like, tried to just put a little bit of, like, foundation on it to cover it up, and you can still see it. It's, like, getting bigger throughout the course of the stream. I also like this mug. This was given to me by a friend. I really like it. Alright, let me take my tea bag out. Throw a tiny bit of honey in there. No, just when some young guy was about to confess to his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend. Sorry? Oh my, yeah. My pimple. This place is really buzzing. Something must be going down. Something really big. Huh? What are you doing here, pal? Detective Gumshoe. Some young guy is a crazy joke, yeah. You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay. Huh? We got some big problems here today. Why? What's going on? It's a virus. A virus! It's a virus! That reminds me of, there's like a Game Grumps, sorry. There's a Game Grumps moment from when they were playing Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. And, when Podley, who is like the bartender in Rogueport, gives Mario the letter to give to Bobbery about his wife's passing, which eventually convinces him to like leave his home and go on the adventure with Mario. And they're like reading it like Podley or whatever, and it's like, she got a virus. She got a virus. And so for some reason that made me think of that. A virus. She's a virus. A virus? There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system. But I really need to ask you some questions. Yeah, so take a minute, take a breather. Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up. Yes? No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear? Okay. If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there. We're not thinking about borrowing money, Detective. We want information. Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tender lender is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark, and it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed calling in all their debts. Really? Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady. Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady? Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick? We better find out what the story is with this lady. So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know. What? Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal? Spoilers for TTYD. Yeah, remember when that guy got upset about you asking not saying spoilers? Remember when that guy got upset about you asking not saying spoilers? Because I asked the chat not to spoil. Yeah. And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable. What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is? Well, Nick, do you? A computer virus? Sure. I mean only in simple terms, of course. Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on. Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Don't you agree, Dr. Wright? Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage. Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode? No, the damage is, well, it's all internal. So the inside goes boom, right? Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PCs here in the station. A virus could wipe out all of that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about. Whoa, that's scary! Yeah, and what's even more scary is that viruses are infectious. Infectious? Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network, so the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster. Just like a real virus, huh? But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that? Yeah, it takes ages to tap in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal? You were on chapter 3 and he was saying things that'll happen. Oh, I do remember that very vaguely. People don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's. What? That's horrible. Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold. Right. Then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong. Who? What? Where? When? And why did the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage. And all the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before. Is it MC Bomber? Is it MC Bomber? Is that the virus? The virus. The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard of it before too. Oh, snippy snap! That's the girl who works over at Tinder Lender. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she? That should be the least of your worries, pal. What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Her name's Viola Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini. Bruto Cadaverini? Do you know who that is, Nick? I've never heard of him. Bruto Cadaverini is the boss of the Cadaverini family. The Cadaverinis, that's one scary sounding name. Can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you? No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. I better get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family. Oh, this guy, the tiger. Is he famous? Yeah, that guy's not a loan shark, you know. Nope, he's a big lone cat. Hence the name? Don't pay him back, and you better say your prayers, because he'll eat you alive. You're shaking, detective. Like a leaf. Oh, wrong person. I'm just, you know, kind of on edge at the moment, if you know what I mean. That lady is the boss of Blue Screens Inc., pal. Yeah, I figure she's... Oh, I figure she's clean. She got nothing to hide. She seemed kind of like a doll to me. In a good way and a bad way. Kind of makes you think she might be hiding something. He has nothing to say about my fake attorney's badge? Where does Mr. Armstrong go? Oh, wait. The name scribbled on that sports paper and written on that CD. That's the name of the virus, MC Bomber. I called it! What? Yeah, the virus that just infected every computer in the station, pal. That's MC Bomber. Can you give us any more details, please? We already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met. Is it just on my end, or does it keep flashing back to when you were talking to Armstrong? That's not happening for me. Who are they? I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess. And now the virus has been released, huh? Yeah, it's in every computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival. All this stuff with criminals and viruses, it almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie. Apparently, the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the root of the virus on the black market. You mean someone put this virus up for sale? Yeah, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal. He's haunting me, guys! Oh no. Okay. So that's what I needed to find out, wasn't it? And then I can go to what's her name? Oh. Really weird that I have to go to the prison in order to go anywhere else. Okay. Here we go. Okay, let's see. His troubles have to do with his gambling. Oh. Really? Why you give Diamond the Armstrong virus? Poop. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna see how far I can get. Okay. Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. No. So I got it. Was there still something else I need to talk to, though?
Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep.
You mean he was in debt?
Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay.
So...
He said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky.
If I gave you the wrong information before I left, just remember I'm an idiot and you should... No, it wasn't that at all. I had the things that I needed, but I needed more information about one of the things that I needed, so I had to go get that and come back. So it wasn't any bad info. I just didn't... It's like I had to have additional knowledge about the item I already had before I could move forward. You are not the problem either, Tara. No, stop. Stop that! Do not talk bad about my friends! Risky? How?
Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Tribulations?
Where do you come up with those ideas? So it's safe to say Mr. Elg was the creator of this virus, huh?
The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It was a work of genius. In a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market.
Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change.
This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar, that was his deadline for repaying his debts.
Okay. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Okay. Use the trash can, Nick! Alright. I think we're done with her for now, huh? Okay, bye-bye! I'm loving it! Oh, the Cadaverinis. Okay, thank you! I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis? Who are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who. You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about? Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop, these guys are scary. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm deleting it. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah. Moolah? As in, they pretty much control all the cash on the city's black market. The black market, huh? And that includes Tenderlender, I take it. Sure, no one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini, and I mean no one. Interesting.
So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss, then?
Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. She means everything to him. So, how did she end up at Tenderlender? I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss at Tenderlender are pretty tight.
Tight?
That's what it said in the file I read related to Maggie's case. Sounds like a pretty important clue. Ugh, I can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing. And that is? You know the lunchbox? How did everything go? Lunchbox?
You remember the weenies? I hate weenies!
Oh yeah, those weenies. So how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch?
Well, it was delicious.
Yeah, that's what she said? Really?
Well, not exactly.
Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared. Prepared? What do you mean? I made a jumbo lunchbox.
Oh.
Do me a favor again, huh, pal, and deliver this? This sure is a heavy burden in more ways than one. I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that.
Weenies again, Nick? Tell me we don't have to eat all these too.
Another lunchbox. I really can't eat anymore. Should we drop off the weenies real quick? Since we have to go through the detention center. Oh, okay, she's not here anyway. Okay. Let's check the kitchen real quick before we keep moving on. Yeah, okay. Ugh! Should I give him the lunchbox? I think the Weenie's lunchbox was based on an actual lunch that someone gave the developer. That's so funny. I really don't think he has anything to say to me, but... I hate this guy. Welcome back, Ray. We're going to Tender Lender! Alright, here we go. We're gonna save. We're gonna talk to Wednesday Addams over here. He sucks! Yeah. Should I give her the weenies? Okay. Alright, we're gonna try this. Here we go. Ba-da-ba-bow-bow! The head bandage. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation? Are your brains gonna fall out? You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct?
Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently.
Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? Herm! Okay, let's see. I have, like, a weird thing happening. Okay. Maybe it's the scooter. Huh?
I baked them myself. Homemade donuts. Have one.
Okay, so that wasn't it, apparently. Her fatal injury was probably just an accurate roast that she wasn't ready for. Okay, hang on. Alright, fatal injury. Car accident? I have the car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident. Coco says the apron looks like a bunny. You are right, Coco. You're right. That did look like a bunny.
Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis.
Yes, it is.
I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what did the Cadaverinis have to do with me?
Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. All right, then. Your relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why. I don't know whether to present herself to her or... Okay. I know exactly who you are, Viola, sorry. You sustained an injury in the traffic accident, didn't you?
It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family cars when someone pulled out in front of me.
That's right.
It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but... I took a blow to the head. A bad one.
Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right?
I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard.
Ran away?
If they'd stayed, I'd have...
Is it possible? Could the person who committed the hit and run have been... It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident.
It wasn't Don Tigre. I refused to believe it. We collided, the motorbike and my car. But Don Tigre isn't injured at all, is he?
Doesn't he have a scar on his face? It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash, I can feel it. Plus one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. I mean, the repair bill, right? Do I use that again? Oh, the smashed up scooter. Duh. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigre rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini, you know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was paid by Furio Tigre. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they?
It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true.
I knew it.
But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive.
How much are we talking?
Very, very, very expensive.
She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right? The real question is who let Tiger lay in his sunbed and overdevelop? Yes, he owns the scooter.
After I recovered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him.
Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. Yeah, I assume it was his grandfather, but that would mean using the grandfather twice. We'll try. Okay. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you're his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tigre would have paid the money?
$1 million.
That's crazy.
Four months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious, a simple procedure.
Oh, really? Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big.
They said the operation cost $1 million.
$1 million?
My grandfather ordered Don Tigre to pay $1 million in compensation.
Compensation, huh? It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million bucks? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow.
I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigre said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather.
Aww.
But I knew that I wasn't really true.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
What he did to get the money it was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him.
You helped him? In what way?
Here, take these.
What are these? Medical papers?
I'm Bruto Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer. He simply couldn't refuse.
It's like a blackmail paper? A $1 million bill for cranial surgery. Payment was due last year. So, okay, hang on. If it's January 7th and it was around 4 months ago, so December, November, October, September. So it would have been like early September sometime that she got into a wreck. Having $1 million owed to a hospital in less than 4 months is crazy. It seems like a very small amount of time to pay that back. Typically, medical institutions are at least flexible with medical debt, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel so bad for Viola. It's inexcusable. Huh? There are 2 things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics.
Is everything all right, Nick?
We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso.
Yeah.
I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Repair bill thrown into the trash. Okay. Yeah, so it seems really weird that he would, like, the $1 million was owed by the end of the year. Unless it's meaning that it wasn't owed to the hospital by the end of the year, but that it was owed to the Cadaverinis by the end of the year. I guess that's possible. But if you're betraying someone and poisoning them, do they cancel each other out? I don't know. Bonjour. I've been waiting for you to return. Mr. Armstrong. Good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Well, he hasn't. Oh no, is this Lotta Hart? She shows up every freaking case. Is this Lotta Hart? Use fellas is either Lotta Hart or it's the tiger. Reasoning, personal experience. Yeah. I'm gonna say, let's say it's the tiger for now. Well, he hasn't got anything to say to use fellas. Yeah, okay, I guess right. It's an up. Who you calling Zinniop? Come out from under the table already, Maya. Okay, hand it over. What? Yous wanna play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers, now! Uh-oh, I think he wants Viola, I keep calling her Violet. Viola Cadaverini's papers back. I like that his little section of bangs looks like a lasagna noodle. Are you talking about Mr. Armstrong or this guy? You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you. Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. Yous wanna know what's sad? I'll tell yous what's sad. And it ain't only a face. She thinks she got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the $1 million you used to pay this off. Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's 2 of us here. You got that? 2. Oui. Mr. Armstrong? Forgive me. Désolé. I cannot argue with him. That really hurt. Is that all you's got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter. Wait. Don't take it too hard. Phoenix, right? That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital evidence. Did we get knocked out? Hold it, pal. Detective Gumshoe? Detective? You think you gonna stop me, copper? Beat it! Gwah. Whoa. Come on, Gumshoe. Wow, I suddenly can't do all of these accents. Keep it together. No, that's a Jersey accent. Southern accent for Gumshoe. Guys, wow, I suddenly don't know how to do a Southern accent, and I literally live in the South. I can't. Wow. I keep wanting to do a Jersey accent. You guys, get out of here. No, that's... what am I doing? I literally can't... Leave this guy to me. Okay, I'm just reading. But, go, pal, and take this. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh? Alright, thanks, Gumshoe. Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind! I literally forgot how to do a Southern accent, and literally my mother grew up in Mississippi. I know how to do a Southern accent, but for some reason, my brain was so focused on the accent I was giving Tiger that I just couldn't... Drink some sweet tea. I have peppermint tea that's slightly sweetened, but... Lose the plaid plastic and focus on them their hogs. There we go. I'll get even with that guy tomorrow in court. Tenderlender is going down. Woo! That took 2 hours and 45 minutes to get through that section. Yes, we're saving the progress. Okay, January 8th.
Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning, Maggie.
So, what do you think this is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well and ended on a giant mystery.
That's true. And we still haven't solved a single part of it yet. Are you okay, Nick? Huh? Oh, yeah, of course.
I saw that little flash of doubt in your eyes.
No, that wasn't doubt. That was determination.
Why don't I believe you?
It's nearly time, Maggie. You'd better get going to the defendant's seat.
Roger. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you.
Maggie Bird's name's always been Maggie Bird. Hey, pal. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that. How did you know that she was stressed? I was watching through the doorway. Oh, you look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this'll help. Huh? Have you taken up aromatherapy too? I thought her nameplate said Maggie before. Yeah, her name is Maggie Bird. I don't know if the nameplate changes, though. Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me that you don't remember this thing. Come to think of it, that doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles. This is the small bottle that turned up in Tribulations' kitchen a couple of days ago. Oh, yeah! I forgot about that. Wow, look at all these little bottles. Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor. Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others. Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either. And it doesn't smell. We finally got the analysis results back from the lab. So, what is it? Is it the poison? I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication. It's Glenn's medication, the one that was missing. Medication? Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently. For ears? You mean... Yep, it's the medication Glenn Elg was using for his ruptured eardrum. What was Glenn Elg's ear medicine doing in the kitchen? Okay. Coco just scowled at the game and said, "Where's Nancy? Where's Nancy Drew?" I'll play Nancy Drew for you soon, Coco. But I want to finish this game first. But then after I finish this game and Pokemon, I have a couple other games I want to play. But I'll play Pokemon, or I'll play Nancy Drew for you soon, okay? And you can watch it. What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that? Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour, and they might have gotten something on the prints, but... that's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence. Okay, pal, this is it. Make sure your defense is impregnable today, you got it? She said, soon. Okay. Yes, okay. Sounds good. Today's trial. I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done, or my name isn't Phoenix Wright. Alright, here we go. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready and waiting, as always, Your Honor. Very good. Then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday, we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kudo. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank from it with his right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Godot. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet, the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear. It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick? You didn't expect a small child to be pressuring you into playing Nancy today, did you? No, but it's okay. I will take the pressure from Coco. Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it. You've lost me already, Mr. Godot. Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Only losers think like that. You've got to change with the times. That's one of my rules. Are you implying that you've resolved these contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles. The old guy wasn't just throwing seed in here, he was throwing us off the scent. And today, I'll prove it. My favorite annoying coffee man. I do like Godot. Very well, let the first witness take the stand. I don't like having coffee thrown at me, but I'll start feeding her game recommendations next time I want you to stream something specific. I think she always expects it. Kids see V as roughly their size and they think they can pressure her. That's valid. They look at me as a peer. And you are? Oh, bonjour, everyone. I am Jean Armstrong, the owner and head chef of Le Très Bien Restaurant Enchanté. Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a woman? Oh la la, monsieur. As you can see, I am le pert and perky gentleman, non? On the day of the incident, you were in Très Bien's kitchen. The 2-foot-tall toddler sees eye to eye with V. Isn't that right? With you, monsieur? Everything feels right. Huh. Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy? Very well, your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened that day at Très Bien. I still think that the Mr. Armstrong French chef persona is not real. I still think that whoever this is somebody else, and this is just a cover, like, identity for previous crimes. But I don't have any certain proof of that other than Armstrong also calls himself a woman, but then says he's a gentleman. So I think that there's like a crack in the armor in that regard. Volontiers. I don't know what some of these words mean, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing them like trash. When it all happened, there was just 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new art deco that day. Like having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Oui, perhaps that is what the old man was looking at? La cup, la earpiece, and la glasses. He would have seen everything in reverse, non? Mirror? Oui, un grand mirror. And la most enormous mirror. But we didn't see the mirror. Where is the mirror? She has the Charleston board book memorized that we got last year, so I think it's safe to say she strongly relates to V in that regard. Oh, so nice. Then when you guys come visit again, she can be the tour guide instead of me or Holland. Okay, all right. So now we're talking about a mirror, and that's why Victor Kudo would have been confused, because he said that the cup was picked up with the left hand, that he had the earpiece and whatever, or the busted eardrum or whatever, but we didn't see a mirror. And he got the correct ear that was busted, right? Like the eardrum busted. He got that ear correct, right? It's just the cup that was reverse. Oh, I'm so confused. Un grand mirror. La most enormous mirror. And suddenly the mystery disappears. Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it. Are we not going to mention... Can we not mention to the judge and the court... I don't know when, like, the appropriate time to do this is, because I'm not an attorney, but would we not mention that, like, hey, when I went to Tribulations yesterday and tried to talk to Mr. Armstrong, this Tigre guy showed up and punched me out. Like, I feel like... And Mr. Armstrong did nothing to help or defend me. He just let it happen. Like, I feel like that enough would be... I'm so confused. Like, why are we not bringing that up? We should have brought that up immediately when court was in session. That would explain the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to front. What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin with your cross-examination. I'm sorry, but I kind of want to punch this guy in the face. Like, he's been nothing but difficult to us since the beginning of the case. Everyone, please book your tourism trip to Charleston if you want my child to show you around. Yeah. When it all happened, there was just 2 customers in my restaurant. Okay. And who were the 2 customers exactly? Me, of course. La young man who died. And the other, not so young man. You are referring to wow. You are referring to yesterday's witness, I presume. What about the other man Maggie says she saw at the table? Something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't planning to disclose his existence. We need some hard evidence first before we can bring him up, don't we? I guess I'll just have to try a different approach for the time being. Okay. I remember I was experimenting with some new Art Decos that day. You were experimenting with Art Deco? How come I never heard about that before today? You are not familiar with the language of interior design, monsieur. Please stay on topic. Now, why didn't you tell the court about this before? But I did, just a few moments ago. Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. This deco you mentioned, are you referring to some sort of decoture? No, Art Deco. It is a style of design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior design. Walls, ceilings, carpets, that kind of thing. Ah, yes, of course, that deco. I was trying to achieve a more la effeminate look for my restaurant. I was planning the most bold remodeling of the decor. How big of a mirror are we talking about here? Oof! Something about 4 meters wide and they're about 2 meters high? Let's see, if 1 meter is about a yard. Holy glass in a frame, that's huge. I was intending to install it on the ceiling eventually. The ceiling? Was there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember. Mais non. But I decided not to go through with it in the end. What should I do? Should I ask him more about the mirror or not? Yeah, of course. If you really had such a large mirror in the restaurant, someone would have noticed it. But there's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Kudo or Maggie Bird's testimonies. But... Objection. You didn't ask, Trite. You have only yourself to blame for such sloppy work. What? A mirror was delivered to Tribulations the day before the incident. Really? As Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying out some design changes. And as it turned out, he didn't actually use the mirror in the end. This just doesn't add up. Even if a mirror was delivered to Tribulations, it doesn't prove that it was in the restaurant on the day of the crime. If you want to doubt someone, try to look in the mirror. I'm sure the person looking back at you will be dubious enough. Oof! So the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in a mirror. Oui, perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. Normally, I'd expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object.
Objection!
Normally? How does normality come into this? That's lame, trite, even for you. Huh? Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it? Where does that leave the poor Q-headed lawyer and the top-knot chick over there? And the ungodly cool guy with the mask over here? Well, trite? Ugh, not the hair! I do not have a top knot! Mr. Godot is correct. A lack of normality is no basis for discounting an argument. Bien, logic as one le day. La cup, la earpiece, and la glasses, it would have all seen everything in reverse, non? Everything? He would have seen everything in reverse. Oui. Hey, Nick, we should take a sec and think about what old Seedy said in his testimony. How did he phrase it again? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. Yes. So it doesn't matter. It was his left ear without a doubt. That's correct. He used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. If he saw everything he described reflected in a mirror, then everything he said he saw on the left was actually on the right, huh? And that clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess, or does it? Huh. It's kind of hard to believe everything's the fault of a mirror, but... Do you think old Seedy saw everything through a reflection? If he did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony. But the only contradiction was the cup! Dudes! The only contradiction was the cup. The earpiece and eyepiece were not a contradiction. But that just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gotta be something in that old man's testimony. We've just gotta dig deeper. Okay. He said left. He had the HMD and the left eardrum was ruptured. The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we?
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear without a doubt.
So, to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw all that as a reflection in a mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side. Exactement. You see, monsieur, now that you think about it, it is not too hard, non? Unfortunately, that's where we run into the monumental contradiction with the facts. If Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror, why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of his head? Order, order! Mr. Wright is correct. If the witness genuinely observed the victim reflected in a mirror, then we would expect the victim's eyepiece to have been over his right eye.
Objection!
How bitter. Trite, you should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time. Are we talking about your coffee or something completely different? You don't understand the way the witness thinks. How he thinks? You remember this, I presume. The I broke the vase sorry apology Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony? Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And what's the most striking thing about Mr. Elg? Clearly, it's the victim's eyepiece. And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elg's HMD made a big impression on the old man. I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both on his left ear. Do you hear? His left ear. Well tried. That's the worst but best impression of Kudo ever. Wow, I really thought he was old Seedy for a minute there. Godot's good. Enough. I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony. Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil of a contradiction you found is just a rash. A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can a lie. So what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court. We're all ears. Oui, I can explain. Please, if you will look at the plans of the restaurant. Hello, is everyone sitting comfortably? La mirror, it was in the middle of the restaurant, dividing the two halves. There is only one seat from which you could have seen an image of the victim. That was the seat at the table next to the victims. That was where the old man was sitting. He told us he was sitting across. He told us he was sitting across. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not in the way. But naturally, I did not touch anything else. Maggie would know if there was a big, massive mirror in the middle of the floor, though. I see no problems with this explanation we have just heard. From the table next to the victims, Mr. Kudo could have seen the victim in the mirror. What a naughty little coquette I am, confusing all the men like this. Don't worry about it. We can keep up, except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again. Ugh, I hate that guy. You said you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror. Are you quite sure about that? Volunteers, of course. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you please. La mirror, it was in the middle of the restaurant, dividing the two halves. So run this by me again. The mirror was here, correct? Oui. Oui? Really? Because I know if it were you, I wouldn't have put a mirror there. It would be in the way.
Objection.
Look who's talking, Trite. Huh? You're obstructing my view, among other things. But this is my seat in the courtroom. Tribulations' charm is that it gives you the impression that you're the only customer. Temporarily placing a mirror in that spot would hardly be in the way. Unlike you, Trite. I tell you, monsieur, la mirror was there, in the middle of the restaurant. Can we ask Maggie Bird that? And where would that be? Oh la la, look how you lean towards me. I always attract the younger boys. Maybe I should keep you in suspense a little longer. Mr. Armstrong, tell the court what you know at once. I attract the older ones too, you know, and some. Shall I tease you too? Ugh. Answer the question! I'm already seeing a very hot someone, so I'm afraid you'll be waiting for a long time. Is it his coffee cup? I bet she has mocha cream skin and cappuccino perfume. Bien, I will tell you. There was only one seat from which you could have seen. That was la seat at the table next to the victims. That was where the old man was sitting. So why can you only see the victim from that particular seat? Mais, monsieur, it is obvious, non? If you look at the plans, you will understand. La victim would have been reflected in la mirror like so. If you were sitting at the table next to him, you would see everything, non? So that's the seat old Seedy was sitting in on that day? When the poisoning happened? The old man was sitting at the table next to the victim? Why does that seem kind of odd? After the terrible incident occurred, I moved la mirror so it was not in the way. Did you move the mirror while Mr. Kudo was off calling the police? Oui, exactement. I carried it out of the restaurant then. You moved a huge mirror like that, all by yourself. What can I say? I know how to pick things up, handsome. Godot actually laughed at something? Well, given the witness's physique, I suppose it's possible. Did you move anything else from the crime scene, Mr. Armstrong? I look like the obliging type, non? Are you sure about that? I touched nothing except the mirror. Mr. Wright, is there something the witness has said that doesn't match the crime scene? Yeah, there is. I just can't put my finger on what exactly. Huh. Suffering from a case of heartburn, right? Oh, I have just this thing for that. An oil with golden myrrh and frankincense? Frankincense? What is frankincense? And add a few drops to your coffee and voila, enjoy. Focus, Phoenix, breathe. I need to ignore those two and just find some evidence. It is pretty strange though, isn't it? I mean, nobody mentioned anything about a really large mirror. You'd think someone would have, but Maggie didn't, and neither did old Ceedy. Then the only logical explanation is that there was no mirror inside Tribulations that day. Now I've just got to prove it, somehow. Okay. So if there was a mirror there, would we have been able to take this picture? There's only one seat from which you could have seen an image of the victim.
Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. Oh, thank you for stretching. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. You want to say hi to the people? Come here. Come on. Come on. Oh, hi, people. Hi, people. Hi, people. Oh, so sleepy. The hi, people. Hi. Hi, people on the internet. Your ears are so soft because you're all clean. All clean and smell pretty. Yeah.
I got hairs in my mouth. I'm almost done. Just be a patient for a little bit longer, okay? A little bit longer. Just wait. Just wait.
Oh, 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 oh. You're distracting me from my mystery. But you're just so dang cute.
She is a cute little thing. Well, I say little. She's really not that little. Just wait a little longer. No. Yeah.
All the people say hi.
She wagged her tail. Okay. Let's see. So some of these people are actually mixed up from the order they were in previously. Okay. I don't know if this is actually... Nope, that wasn't it. Poop, too. Okay, I moved, maybe I should be honing on this. I moved the mirror so it was not in the way. I mean, I guess it could be like off screen, but... I don't know. I don't know what to do. Naturally, I did not touch anything else. He didn't clean the vase up. He didn't move this. Alright, I'm requesting help from the Ace Attorneyers. Is it this statement that I have to present evidence against? Is it this one? I don't remember this case too well, but my thinking is yes. Okay. Remember, he's a klepto. Yeah. We've established that, which is why I'm pretty sure that he touched that medicine bottle. We can do the reload strats! Nope, that wasn't it. Hi, Ringo. No, it's not. Christy, you're telling me this is not the line I need to... Okay. Is it this line that I have to present evidence for? Because I don't think that this was where the old man was sitting. I did press all the statements, yes. Okay. Okay. Your Honor, Mr. Kudo's words yesterday strongly contradict Mr. Armstrong's testimony. This is the letter of apology that was written by Mr. Kudo, is it not? I realize it looks useless, Your Honor, but this is still testimony. Huh. I guess useless people are only really good at identifying useless things. What relevance does this scrap of paper have to the trial, Mr. Wright? Mr. Kudo's testimony is actually very relevant to the question at hand, Your Honor, because it very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence. Crap. What? I actually have no idea what I'm doing right now. What clearly contradicts with the letter? The apology letter contradicts with something else? Oh, yeah, this, because it's not broken. Okay. This piece of evidence contradicts with the testimony we have heard, Your Honor. The crime photo? Yes, this photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist. What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? Should not exist? Sounds like you're describing yourself, Dude, ouch! Dude, ouch. Now then, if the defense will please clarify its statement. What is the something that should not exist in this photo? This. There is one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Kudo broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, as the court can see, there is an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not in fact sitting at this table next to the victim at all.
Objection.
Don't be an idiot, Trite. That's impossible. The seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from. Exactly. There is only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Tribulations that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie. Mon Dieu! Don't try to confuse the court, Trite. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vase, while the police were taking their time getting to the crime scene. Unfortunately, Mr. Kudo, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary. In his own words, I did not touch anything else except the mirror. Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself? I was right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day. In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear in which he couldn't hear? You only get one shot in life. There's no turning back. If you want to claim that the mirror wasn't there, Trite, then this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw? If I can answer this, then I'll be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it. What are you doing? What are you looking at? Something out there that's upsetting you? Do you see a threat? Is there a threat out there? It's okay. Good job. I'll be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it. Are you gonna be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick? There's more than just one contradiction, Maya. What do you mean? Remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table, and there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. It's okay. It's just a person walking, just a kid walking home from schools. That's okay. He's not gonna hurt you or me. He's not coming in the house. He's walking to his house. He's just a kid. He's just a kid. I know. I know. Just a kid.
Walking in front of your house without permission. That was so rude of him. What does he expect you to do? Yeah. Say he killed Glenelg. Thanks for, did you lick the, trying to give everybody a kissy? Yeah. That's right. That's right. That's right.
I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up. Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Yes, Your Honor. Safe. The reason behind all the contradiction in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. The victim was a phony? This case is riddled with contradictions. Yet there is one very simple answer that clears them all up. Yeah. And what is that? The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events. What? Yes. The victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Glenelg at all. It was an imposter, a phony pretending to be Mr. Elg. Safe scum. I think that my bot has it set where if somebody starts their sentence with save, my bot yells at me to save. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake. Yeah. If you save and reload, the NPCs know. Order in the court. Settle down or I clear the courtroom. Quiet, Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, huh? What did you say? Trite, are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup? Yes. Someone pretended to be Glenelg and acted out the whole coffee poisoning. All for the express purpose of creating a witness out of one Mr. Victor Kudo.
Objection!
Get real, Trite. Why would anyone want to do that? Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was... The servant girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. That's the servant girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. It's so hard to believe, but... There was one, and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee.
Objection!
Are you insinuating that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there were no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but... It's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening. That's right. Well, witness? If your restaurant really was the scene... See? But if Mr. Armstrong has been lying about his identity this whole time, then he could be posing as other people too. And I've had suspicions about his identity this entire case. And that's what I'm saying. I think it's Viola who posed as Maggie. If your restaurant really was the scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct? Oh la la, this is most difficult for me. No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath after all. Was there, in fact, a phony at Tribulations that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened. The defense's request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain, in detail, the events in the restaurant that day. Oh, oui. La victim, Mr. Elk. He came to my restaurant alone. I remember the old man arrived not long after him. There were no other customers. When he got word he won the lottery, Mon Elk became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later. that the poisoning incident occurred. No, there was no time for a phony to do the acting. Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all. Je vous demande pardon. Forgive me, Your Honor. I lied because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly. What you have just done is commit perjury, Mr. Armstrong. I will decide how to punish you later. Oui. For now, we will hear your cross-examination. Mr. Wright, if you please. He took that perjury charge a bit too well. But I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination. Was he alone at his table as well? Mais oui. I saw him from the kitchen. Yet the defendant, Miss Bird, remembers it differently. She swears there was another man at the victim's table. Huh. Unfortunately for you, Trite, yesterday's witness also testified that the victim was alone. You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me of a certain coffee's bittersweet bite. What kind of coffee has he been drinking? It's not coffee, it's love. It's love that's bittersweet. Hearing Maya say that makes her seem wise all of a sudden. By old man, you mean Victor Kudo, correct? Oui, it comes often for my special coffee. I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special, I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience. Oh, you make me so happy, monsieur. You are most welcome anytime. I said it was worth one sip, and nothing more. So old Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail. What time was it? Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived? Oh no, I cannot remember, monsieur. I believe we were told by a witness yesterday. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Is that perhaps... So a whole hour after the lottery numbers would have been announced? Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness? The incident happened about 20 minutes after he arrived. So the victim must have arrived between 2 and 2:10, no? Just after 2, huh? Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, monsieur. You are wonderful. Ha ha ha. I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I? Time of day will be added to the witness's testimony. Oui, monsieur judge. Everything I do it for you. Merci bien. That's French, isn't it? Ha ha ha. I'm glad at least one person's in a good mood. He's even humming a song to himself. Are you absolutely sure about the time? When I think really hard, I am sure it was just after 2, oui. It is the time I stopped serving the lunch menu. Quite right, I always break for lunch when the restaurants are serving their specials. I've been known to wind up a case early just to make it on time. Haha! I guess you should never get between a hungry judge and his lunch. Oh, would you look at that? It's almost lunchtime already. Witness, get on with your testimony, please. There were no other customers. So your only customers were Mr. Kudo and the victim.
Objection.
How many times do you need to ask the same thing, Trite? You'd never catch me drinking the same blend twice. Why not, though? Huh? You're trying to establish the presence of a phony victim in the restaurant, but you're wasting your time. You can't grind birdseed to make coffee if you catch my drift. But there's a hole in this testimony somewhere, I'm sure of it. Did you see him? None, I was in the kitchen, but I heard him. I remember him shouting, "Yes! Have $1,000,000!" Presumably the defendant heard that too, then correct? Maggie? She looked like a poor little frightened dove. And what about Mr. Kudo? The old man choked on some birdseeds that got stuck in his throat. It seems we now have yet another incident on our hands. And what were you doing at that point? Without any customers, you must have had the time to kill. I'm a multi-talented woman, monsieur. Sorry, what do you mean? There is le renowned chef Jean Armstrong and the tragic poet Clarice Armstrong. Clarice? Oui, I was writing a poem. An angry tale of a chef in $500,000 of debt. Cooking for a man who won $500,000 on the lottery. It is called Pourquoi. It means why. Perhaps I could recite it for the court. Please don't. You mean you contacted the police as soon as the incident occurred? I asked the old man to call from the payphone. By your own argument, Trite. The purpose of this phony victim's performance was so the old man would see it. In other words, once the incident occurred, the opportunity would completely disappear. Indeed. Bien, it seems le chateau of doubt has been lifted, n'est-ce pas? Guess Mr. Armstrong's connected to this case, huh? Absolutely. Someone was impersonating Mr. Elg, and I refuse to believe he was oblivious. He was there the whole time, after all. But if you're right, wouldn't Maggie have noticed too? She fell unconscious when the incident occurred, remember? Ah, you mean that's when the phony staged his act? We'll know for sure once I find a hole in his testimony. Okay, so I think I need to hone in on the timing. Because he said the old man arrived at 2, there were no other customers, and he got word that he won the lottery, which would have happened at 1:30. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident arrived. So, but this says, okay, so time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30. Okay. But then this says that you find out who, like the lottery numbers at 1:30. So I think I'm going to try a few different statements, but I think that the piece of evidence that I need to use is that flyer. So I'm going to try that. I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong. Quoi? What do you mean? At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week, they announced the winning numbers of the $500,000 lottery ticket. Oui, that must be le show Monsieur Elg was listening to. I can't see any problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright. I wonder. You say the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct? Oui, I am sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was at that time because I just finished serving the lunch menu. Get to the point, Trite, if you have one. That show is broadcast live at 1:30 p.m., and it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life. It's on the air at 1:30. Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time. Non! This victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum, catching a show that was already over, there is only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. This victim was an imposter, acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Is there another case in this game after this one, by the way? Yes, there were 2 Glenn Elgs in Tribulations that day. The real Glenn Elg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer, and the phony Glenn Elg acting out to the events for Mr. Kudo to witness. It certainly seems that way. I mean, if it wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy?
Objection.
I don't know why we trust another story from a guy who committed perjury. I mean, that's a theme in this game, is, yeah, you can lie to the court and we'll let you keep testifying. Quite a performance, Trite. You were almost on a roll. But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song. What is this? Music Theory 101? Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. The phony Elg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain, then, where the real Glenn Elg is? I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court. However, at that time, the real Glenn Elg was already dead. That's certainly the obvious conclusion. Fourth one is short. Okay. Thank you, Trite. That's exactly what I was hoping you'd say. What? Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours? Can you explain where the missing corpse went to? The missing corpse? According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony Glen Elg, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim? Well, I'm sure that that's where, Tiger comes in. The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. If your theory is to stand up to examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question. Where did the killer hide the body? Yes, Your Honor. No conjecture, Trite. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden. Evidence? What's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden? I thought I had him with that contradiction. But he's turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead. Where did the killer hide the body? Save. I know exactly. Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. Elg concealed? Okay. I agree with that, the calendar. It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Tribulations. Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. My assumption would be the kitchen.
Hello.
The body was hidden here. I see. Nice supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? Where's the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location? Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle? None. None. I have never seen that ugly bottle before in my life. I only use la very best bottles, monsieur. The highest quality only for me. Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright? Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Tribulations. Eh? Quoi? But I only ever use these bottles for my aromatherapy oils. But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication. What kind of medication? I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elg visited an otolaryngological clinic and was given medication that day. You can't be serious. The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. I'm gonna close you out until I'm done. Sorry. She's whining at me because she's starting to get hungry, but her dinner's not for another hour. The contents of the bottle match the prescription that was given to Mr. Elg. Bwah! Glen Elg's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen? Mon Dieu! Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird. However, you were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back. Non! What an idiot. I hate this guy. Order! This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glen Elg? Never! I could not do such an horrible thing! No! Mr. Godot? How'd you drink that much and still have so much in your cup? The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. That's one of my rules. Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now? It's not a good restaurant by any means, that's true. I mean, it's kind of been proven that, like, everybody says the food sucks and is basically inedible. Then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, chef. How about a brand new flavor in your ear, my H-deficient friend? Oh, snap! Je vous demande pardon. Please, you must hear me out. It is a trap. Listen to me. Por favor. Por favor? That's Spanish, bro. What are you saying right now? Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish. I'm only going to ask you once. Did you do it? None. None, none. Absolutely none. Let's hear it. You've got one shot. Right, Gramps? Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Godot's coffee mug awaits you. As does my gavel. Oh, it is clear. What do they always say in the movies? I've got a bad feeling about this. Very well, begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong. It is true. I hid the body in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear it. You must believe me. Yeah, it's the debt you owed to the lenders. You were forced by who? I cannot say, or I will be erased. Let's try a different question then. When Mr. Elg died, was he really the only person at his table? There was. There was another man. You lied! You lied! You lied! You lied! You lied! Maggie was telling the truth. You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright. There's just one more thing I need to do. I gotta break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real killer. I'm starting to get hungry myself, to be honest. Did you carry the body by yourself? Oui, I carried him, and I carried Maggie too. Maggie too? When she saw the victim collapse, she fainted. I could not leave her there. But why did you hide the bodies? A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. What man? Who was he? None, I cannot say. I fear for my life. He's really scared. You'll just have to put the words in his mouth, Nick. You're right. If he won't tell me, I'll tell him. Why would you go along with this man? And what reason would that be, Mr. Armstrong? You know, monsieur. Yes? Surely you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such an embarrassment. A maiden? You're a bit old to get away with that. And a bit too male. I can't finish the cross-examination without establishing his reason. So I'll just have to prove it with evidence. But I did not kill him, I swear it. You must believe me. I just want to press everything. So you are claiming that all you did was hide the bodies, is that correct? Oui, that's right. If we are to believe you, Mr. Armstrong, you must tell the court everything. You must make clear the identity of the man who ordered you to do this. He's already confessed this much. It might as well stop dancing around the real issue. Yeah, but he really doesn't want to tell us who the killer is. Then suck it to him, Nick. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Okay, let's see. It's this one, I'm pretty sure. You have a $500,000 debt, don't you? $500,000? Is this true, Mr. Armstrong? Oui, je suis désolé. I was weak and I borrowed the money. This is Mr. Armstrong's Achilles heel. And that's why you couldn't refuse anything asked of you by this man. A $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you. It is as you say. Mr. Armstrong, the tiger. He told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On the day in question, he was meeting the victim to demand that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I carried the body and the inconscient Maggie out of the dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen. I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tigre. I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison and the lottery ticket that were found in the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well? None! I knew nothing about that. Making it look like I was Maggie who had done it. I was not. It is despicable! Mr. Godot, you will summon this Furio Tigre as a witness. I doubt that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow. "30 minutes. What? The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more. How the... Don't sit back and relax yet, Trite. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go either way. Very well, your request is granted, Mr. Godot. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess." Okay, this is a good place to stop, I think. I've been going just shy of 4 hours. Yeah, I feel like I made really good progress, actually. Okay. Woo! This is the longest stream I've done in a while. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope that you had fun. I had fun. I will probably be streaming tomorrow or Thursday, or possibly even Friday. Who knows? I have lots of time now. Thank you so much to everybody who subbed and gave bits and everything as well. Like I said, I'm in a weird era of my life. It's uncharted territory for me. I'm not really worried. I know I have a good support system around me. And I know that I have good skills that can be put to good use in the workforce. So I'm not super worried about my long term. But I don't know how the next few weeks are going to go. So I appreciate the support and understanding in the interim. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out. For some reason, my chat will not let me scroll up and see everybody's messages. Oh! Thank you!
I'm not worried at all for you. You're super cool.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that resub. I'm just reading my chat on my actual, overlay. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm so glad that you guys had a good time. I really hope that everybody has a good rest of the week. Please take care of yourselves, and be kind to one another. You know, things have been rough lately, so just overall in general in the world. So just be kind to each other. You know, that's the best that we can do. So have a great one, everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye.